You're a wizard, listener, and welcome to My Movies Better School for Witchcraft and Better Movies. I am your venerable and strangely single at my age headmaster and high almoner Kevin, and today we embark on the epic 8-movie series British Star Wars. Based on the 7 books by... Wait, did I read that right? Oh, Twilight came out during filming, so they made at least 2... So actually, we're pretty lucky that there isn't like 38 of these movies. Anyway... In a few moments, you will pass through these doors and join your classmates, but before you can take your seats, you must be sorted into your houses. They are the cool guys, the one everybody says they'd be in, crybabies, and cool badasses for edgy kids. Now, simple and serene listeners, which house will you be in? Anything but cool badasses for edgy kids? You could do great things there. No? Okay, crybaby, welcome to Hufflepuff. Based on J.K. Rowling's 7-novel epic children's fantasy mystery novel series, Star Wars, Harry Potter begins with the first film, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or as it is known in the United States, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. This would kick off not only a literal armada of violent, screeching Harry Potter fans surging through the streets looking for an angry kill, but also lead us inexorably through 7 books, 8 movies, $25 billion, bad games, worst play $1 billion for all JK. Live one and torch attractions, don't forget the stage productions, rip-offs and homages made. Who'll play Harry in the first remake? We started Harry Potter, it wasn't even burned until we got it churned. We started Harry Potter, it wasn't even burned until we got it churned. The plot. Film 1. Percy Jackson is a tepid orphan boy, forced to live under the stairs in a closet at the behest of his horrible and abusive normal everyday British middle-class conservative aunt and uncle, the Mrs. and Mr. Margaret Thatcher. Here he is tormented day in and day out by his spoiled and lovingly described...
He had a large pink face, not much neck, small watery blue eyes, and thick blonde hair that lay smoothly on his thick, fat head. Book 1. Chapter 2.
Older cousin Dudley. Here Percy has no means of escape. Confined to his prison, he dreams only of freedom and the violent reprisals he will take on his stupid family. Like when he communicates and frees a dangerous snake that will only die in the heat of British summer, and also traps his cousin in the zoo. Soon, however, postal workers flood his uncle's modest pensioner home with violent letters addressed to Percy, and Uncle King George II does the sensible thing and flees for the countryside like a French monarch. Here, in a rickety shack without heat or electricity, he hopes to just ride out the inevitable wizards and, really, Vernon, what was your overall plan here? Soon, giants arrive in the form of likely alcoholic and lovable oaf, the Russian gangster from GoldenEye, Hagrid. Over the stench of his beard, Hagrid informs Percy,
"You're a wizard, Harry."
I'm a what?
Before whisking him away on a flying motorcycle and not properly conveying the truth of Harry's lineage, parents' death, celebrity, or really anything of value except that breaking rules is cool, and so is Albus Dumbledore. Percy vows to always aid and abet Hagrid, and Hagrid fails to explain what's the deal with Voldemort, and we're off to the Wizard Mall to meet John Hurt, the next of many respected British stage and screen actors to waltz in here for a hearty paycheck, each one nimbly guiding the 3 child actors to passable mediocrity. John Hurt gives Percy the same wand as some big evil guy, the guy who scarred you, and before you can even blink, we're off to possible Jewish stereotypes with the goblin bankers of Gringotts. Harry finds out he's a trust fund kid with an innumerable fortune, which has to be explained to him like he's an 11th century caliph. Little history joke there. And Hagrid does a little foreshadowing and montage. It's time for school. Hagrid abandons Harry at the station, but no worries. A family of friendly gingers wanders by like a blessing of fidgety, pale, and hopefully thoroughly sunscreened unicorns. Unlike the employees of the British Rail, these gorgeous mutants show Harry through to the magic platform and the magic old train, and Harry meets his BFF forever, Ron Weasley, and also his future wife, Ron's little sister. Weird. Now it's time for a train ride. Don't worry, no big smoke, all you had to do was follow the damn train jokes here. That's for the next episode. Ron takes over for the likely passed out from too much butterbeer Hagrid as the expository character and introduces Harry to the world of wizard pop culture before they are rudely interrupted by the shrill and boastfully intelligent Hermione Granger, their friend for life and Ron's future wife. Hermione viciously mocks Ron and absconds before rebuttal, and Ron obviously hates her. Fast forward through the train ride, boat ride, stairwalk, and boom! Here we are at the place which still owes me my entrance letter, Hogwarts School for Witchcraft and Wizardry. Maggie Smith strides in, all like, oh yeah, this role was made for me. And then Alan Rickman slides on over and he's like, ooh yeah, same here. And Sir Richard Harris hits the dance floor and he's like, boom, bang, I'm old. Why did you sign me on as a central character in an 8-film series? After a speech, Harry is forced into a hat, which decides his fate. Then it's off to bed. And you know what happens next, right? You read the book. No? Okay, so Harry is a detective.
Harry discovers a plot centered around a man named Nicholas Flamel, which leads him to investigate the so-called Philosopher's Stone, from which can be created the Elixir of Life, which Voldemort is plotting to use because he's not really dead, and this would bring him back to physical form, and also, it can make him immortal, and so Dumbledore and Hagrid took the stone from inside Gringotts and hid it behind magical protections, including and not limited to Cerberus, inside of Hogwarts School, but Voldemort fused his face and soul onto the back of the head of Professor Quirrell, who had a stammer, and Harry was following a hut tip on Professor Snape, so he was blindsided when, in the end, it was Professor Quirrell. Phew.
Harry defeats Voldemort's face and gets the stone, and also a sword, and a bird, and Quirrell dies, and yay, the day is saved. Harry is then forced to go back home to his aunt and uncle, where he will be imprisoned. But that's for next time. Harry learned a valuable lesson today here, kids. Don't profile someone just because they are a goth and were mean to you. Like, really mean, though. This is just part 1 of the 8-film story arc, where our trio are still naive and bucolic, ill-prepared for all the racism and genocide set to come. Out of all of these films, this one is my second favorite. It's a nice place to start for the franchise and still holds up years later, except for the CGI and the Quidditch scene. Daniel Radcliffe is a deer in headlights here, and would improve dramatically in the second film, but both Rupert Grint and Emma Watson are already operating at maximum efficiency. They really own these roles right from the start. It's fun, it's light. It's not very good. I give it 3 out of 5. As always, this episode was brought to you by the Church of Better Movies and the support of our many devoted and mudblood listeners. Please shower us with your likes, dislikes, and the deranged, misguided comments which spew only from the hollow mouths of big old meanie pantses. Follow us on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, and remember to like, share, and do the things. Good night, good luck, and go fuck yourself.